The history of USA-South Korea relations. From early encounters to a strategic alliance, the relationship between the United States and South Korea is one of the most significant and multifaceted partnerships in the modern international system. Anchored in shared democratic values, military cooperation, and economic interdependence, this alliance has deep roots in history and continues to adapt to new global challenges. From tense early encounters in the 19th century to the formation of a formal security alliance in the 20th, and now to an evolving global strategic partnership in the 21st, US-South Korea relations reflect a unique blend of resilience, mutual benefit, and trust. This article offers a chronological and thematic overview of this important bilateral relationship. Contemporary relations, a comprehensive partnership for a new era. The US-South Korea alliance, once forged in the crucible of war, has grown far beyond its military origins. Today, it stands as a comprehensive and adaptive partnership that addresses a wide spectrum of challenges, from traditional defense issues to emerging global threats. In a rapidly changing geopolitical environment, the alliance has evolved and expanded, demonstrating its resilience, relevance, and readiness to meet the demands of the 21st century. Adapting to new challenges. 1. North Korea's evolving threat. Deterrence and dialogue. North Korea remains the central security concern for both Washington and Seoul. Over the past 2 decades, the regime has conducted multiple nuclear tests, 6 to date, developed increasingly sophisticated ballistic missile capabilities, including ICBMs potentially capable of reaching the U.S. mainland, engaged in cyber attacks and provocations, further destabilizing the region. In response, the alliance has strengthened its deterrence posture, enhanced joint military readiness, revival and expansion of joint drills, such as ULCHI Freedom Shield, increased interoperability between US and ROK forces, deployment of strategic assets like nuclear-capable bombers and stealth fighters during exercises, nuclear deterrence dialogue. In 2023, the Washington Declaration reaffirmed extended U.S. nuclear deterrence to South Korea. The establishment of a Nuclear Consultative Group (NCG) has enhanced planning and communication regarding nuclear threats. The U.S. has committed to greater visibility of its strategic assets, for example, submarine deployments, in the region to bolster deterrence. At the same time, both nations maintain a dual-track approach, remaining open to dialogue and diplomacy with North Korea, while keeping a robust defense posture in place. 2. Responding to regional shifts. China and trilateral cooperation. The Indo-Pacific has become the focal point of global strategic competition, particularly with the rise of China as a regional and global power. The US-South Korea alliance has increasingly adapted to broader regional dynamics beyond the Korean Peninsula, addressing China's assertiveness while South Korea seeks to balance economic ties with China and its strategic alliance with the US. It has grown more aligned with Washington on issues like freedom of navigation, Taiwan Strait stability, and supply chain security. Joint statements have emphasized the rules-based international order, implicitly responding to Chinese maritime expansion and coercive tactics. Trilateral cooperation with Japan. The U.S. has prioritized strengthening trilateral cooperation among the U.S., South Korea, and Japan, 2 of its closest allies in Asia. After years of strained Seoul-Tokyo relations, recent diplomatic breakthroughs, for example, the 2023 Camp David Summit, have enabled real-time intelligence sharing through trilateral mechanisms, coordinated responses to North Korean missile launches, joint naval and missile defense exercises in the region. Trilateralism adds strategic depth to the US-ROK alliance and enhances its ability to address regional flashpoints and cross-border threats. 3. Non-traditional security issues. Broadening the alliance agenda. Modern alliances must address more than tanks and missiles. The US-ROK partnership now engages in a wide range of non-traditional security domains critical to national and global well-being. Cybersecurity. Both countries face persistent cyber threats from North Korea and other actors. Joint cyber exercises, information sharing agreements, and public-private collaboration aim to harden infrastructure and defend against attacks on banking, defense, and critical systems. Climate change. The alliance is actively promoting clean energy cooperation, including hydrogen and nuclear energy collaboration. Joint research on green technology and carbon neutrality. South Korea's Green New Deal and the U.S. Inflation Reduction Act offer new opportunities for climate-aligned industrial policy and cooperation. Public health and pandemic response. COVID-19 underscored the need for global health cooperation. The US and South Korea worked closely on vaccine development, distribution, and medical supply chains. Future plans include establishing global health security hubs and strengthening biosecurity frameworks. The alliance as a global partnership, no longer confined to Northeast Asia. The US-South Korea alliance is becoming a global strategic partnership. South Korea is increasingly participating in multilateral peacekeeping operations, providing development assistance to Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America, cooperating with the US on space exploration, emerging technologies, and AI governance. In 2022, South Korea joined NATO's Cyber Defense Center as a contributing participant, and in 2023, it announced its Indo-Pacific strategy, aligned with US objectives on maritime security, economic openness, and democratic governance. Final thoughts as we look at the contemporary state of US-South Korea relations. It's clear that the alliance has transcended its Cold War origins. It is no longer just a security arrangement for the Korean Peninsula. It is a comprehensive, flexible, and forward-looking partnership that guards against military threats, promotes economic prosperity, defends democratic values, and tackles transnational challenges. In an era defined by strategic uncertainty and global interdependence, the US's ROC alliance stands out as a model of adaptability, trust, and shared purpose, ready not only to respond to crises, but to shape a more peaceful, secure, and sustainable future.